Hey everybody, it's Chugga Conroy. Welcome back to more Animal Crossing New Leaf. Last time, we celebrated Halloween and had a very strange dream. This time, it is the 1-year anniversary of me moving to Pallet, November 18th. And it is the day that I will be leaving Pallet. Yes, I am moving out of this town before the end of the day, but it just kind of wouldn't be right if we didn't walk through the town one more time together and say goodbye to everyone. So, how about we get this day started like we do any other day, checking the mail. We have one letter. From Kit. Hi, Emil. I had a little extra time, so I'm writing you a letter. It's nothing special, but I wanted you to know that I've been thinking about you and all the fun we have together. Your friend, Kit. Oh, it's so sad to hear that on today of all days, I will say that much. As for all the letters that I got in my inventory, don't worry about those. You'll see what they are later. Anyway, before we do anything else, there are some things that were never shown off or talked about throughout the duration of the series, and how about we do one last walk through the house before we, before we head out into town. Okay, so first off, there was an event that I completely failed to acknowledge. Back in September, there was the Autumn Moon, otherwise known as the Harvest Moon. That event, it's not really anything special, you just get an item from Isabelle, but I did want to at least acknowledge it, though, because it was skipped over when I came back and played catch-up, so yeah, I didn't really forget. I actually did capture footage for it. For some reason, I just didn't think about it when editing it. Second is actually part of this room. There were more Halloween items that I did not get. I was not aware there was a creepy floor and a creepy wall. There were also a couple of creepy furniture items that I did not obtain. So no, this room is indeed not complete, but who knows? Maybe someday I'll be able to come into contact with those items. I don't know. Certainly won't be here, though. Other than that, if you catch all the fish and you talk to Chip during a fishing tourney, you will obtain the gold fishing rod. Should you do the same for catching all the bugs and talk to Nat during a bug off, you will get the golden net. I never obtained these. I obtained the golden axe, but I never obtained the silver axe. You will get the silver axe by just simply going to Tortimer Island and buying it with your medals. Simple as that. Not really anything special there. Other than that, the only thing that was never shown off over the duration of the series was the Reset Center. We actually made a pretty big deal of that back in the original run of Animal Crossing, and you guys made the decision to build it. But we never actually got to see the inside of it. It'll be open after 8 p.m. on a day after it is reindeer snowed if it is not reindeer snowed that day. I just never happened to actually play on a day like that when I was recording, so we didn't get to see it. Nothing really all that special there. There's some funny conversations, and if you go there enough times, you can get Mr. Rossetti as well as Don Rossetti's picks. And if you want to collect all the picks of all the animals in your town, you will need to build it in order to get that. Other than that, though, it doesn't really do much of anything else other than punish you when you reset. But anyway, the basement that I'm in right now I want to bring attention to. I stated that I wanted this to be a street pass room at some point, but me getting sick just kind of threw the whole thing for a loop, and I ended up not being able to do it. So I just kind of filled it with the pics of animals that live throughout our town if I got duplicates of them. Kind of sorry that this never really happened, but that really did screw a lot of things over. This room. I decorated this room this way last Christmas, and I never changed it. Then again, I guess it is kind of appropriate right now in November, considering that I swear the mainstream marketing just does not give a crap about Thanksgiving. They just skip right from Halloween to Christmas every year, and all their commercials and ads and all that. It's kind of a shame, but yeah, I guess it is appropriate there. That's what the house is looking like. Here we are, though. That is everything I wanted to show in the house. Well, almost. I just want you to note the exterior of my house. Nothing really all that special. Just remember what it looks like, because we will be bringing that up a little bit later. So how about we go talk to some of the animals around town, because this will be the last day that we're seeing them. Freaking... Okay. Bugs me whenever animals plant stuff all over the place, and, they really mess up the mojo that I got going, because I have all those paths and everything, but, yeah, well, I'll just fix it, and I'll, make it my own. Okay, there we go. So we got that done. And is Molly home right now? No, she is not. Is Rocco? No, he doesn't seem to be either. Okay. This Wisteria Trellis here. This is something that I wanted to bring up. I kind of decided that as mayor of this little burg, I'll never say that again, I kind of wanted to leave everybody with a bunch of public works projects. Give them everything they want, make this place as happy as I could make it before I go. Just because... I thought that'd make sense. We don't have a camper today, though, but I did jazz up the campsite a little bit, putting a picnic site next to it. You can sit on these little chairs. It's one of my favorite public works projects. It really stands out from the others. I know it is just a bench with another object in front of it and, like a little thing under it, but still, I do like it. I think it is one of the nicer ones and one of the more charming ones. I've seen some really creative placements of them in some other towns. Not only that, but in honor of Biscuit, whom I have not forgotten, I decided to build this windmill right here. Doesn't really do anything. It does look nice, but, you know, we still have his dog bowl. We still have this thing that he wanted. You know, I never tore him down. I never forgot him. I was hoping that by some crazy chance he might come back someday, but... Biscuit, you just love to play with my emotions too much. Worked every time. Egbert, you're sitting on a bench. First animal that oh wait, Kit, you want to talk to me? Hi, Emil. I need to talk to you, child. Well, I borrowed something from Cookie a while ago and never returned it. Is this really what you're gonna talk to me? Kit, really? On my last day in town, you were gonna make me go be your errand boy, and you went out of your way to talk to me to do it. Okay. Really appreciate if you can do it deliver sometime today. Okay, let's have an actual conversation with you, because I'd kind of like to have that before I go. Sometimes sitting on our town's yellow bench while I read helps me concentrate. Just finished a book called To Catch a Bug without once getting distracted. Okay, it doesn't really sound like the longest book in the world, but hey, I'm still proud of you. People do need to read more, myself included. So up here at the town plaza, we don't have any events going on today. It just seems to be like a nice normal day here in Pallet. The tree's definitely changing with the seasons. We have that one branch that just has the one little leaf hanging off of it, but... I have alluded to this before, that should you sit down at the tree, which you can do after it's grown to a certain level, there is something special that'll happen. I think I did briefly show this before, but we will be going over it a little more later. Are there any animals over this way? Anyone whatsoever? There are some big spots, actually. I didn't see these here yesterday, but okay. What do we got? A gyroid. Mini alloy, okay. Sounds like an alloy. I don't know if it's actually metal, though. I don't think it is. And then we have what? A mega poltergoid, okay. I definitely know what that is. I know we've seen it before and it's come full circle, but I love just how red these Pallet peach trees are. They just look so nice, and, you know, I personally like peaches a lot. I am really, really glad that we got those as our town fruit. I know it's a really silly thing to say that you're really happy about them, but I am. Built some statues here, built a brick bridge so that the animals will come over and see Kid a little bit more often, because she is kind of out of the way without that there. Put a sphinx here for the more artsy types over by the roost. And you know what? We have not been to the roost in a long time. I think the last time I actually went in here was on Valentine's Day. Let's go see Brewster, because I'm sure he's lonely. What do you have to say? Ah, welcome, Emil. Let's have a cup of coffee. Give me a cup of Joe, old chap. Oh, he knew exactly when I was gonna come in. Guess he knows me all too well. It's like, okay, well, he was last here on Valentine's Day. He's gonna come here the day that he moves out. What kind of coffee beans would you like? Let's go, Blue Mountain. Alright. Secretly, I don't even like coffee at all. I just love the music here, and I like Brewster. I pretend to like it so I have an excuse. It's 175.32 degrees. I wonder if that's actually true, like, if that really is the best temperature to drink coffee at. I don't know, I'm not really a big coffee guy. Don't let him know that, though. Has the perfect balance. I get addicted to this, and I'm sure many people do. So, there he goes, he's gonna put that away. Cool, thank you. Should you work at the roost as much as you can, you know, you can get some items. I think I've gone over these before. You know, I like the Brewstoids, they are kind of cute, but yeah, that's all I wanted to do here. I don't really feel the need to do any work here at the roost. And I'm really hoping that we run into some more animals. I mean, I know that Cookie's gonna be— oh, Shari! Had to say it. By the way, I like Shari's new clothing. Apparently she's joining the circus. Well, it is an E-Man, cheeky. So, there is something you need. Is there something you need from me? Let's chat. Say, I don't suppose you'd be in the market to buy my brand new vintage bird bath. When I was cleaning my room, I found all the stuff I don't need anymore, and I want to get rid of it. You can buy a set now for the friend price of 1,160 bells. Okay, sure. I'll buy it. Seriously? Awesome. Okay. I owe you one, and I can't say I like getting in debt to a tough guy like you, but thanks, cheeky. Apparently she thinks I'm tough, and she's starting to sing. She was really happy that I bought her bird bath. How about we talk to her one more time? Man, Crook and Cookie get along really well. What is it with Crook getting all the ladies in this town? Jeez! Do they, like, always talk about intercept, or do they only keep their conversations light? Or they're dreaming up some secret plot together. Cheeky. Oh, okay. I can see why Shari might be afraid of that. Someone moving in on her turf. This fence here with all those carnations. Fang! Hey, buddy. I went on and on about how much I really like you and appreciate you last time we saw you. Alright. Hey, Emil. I'm impressed to see that you're surviving, you chump. So, want to talk to me? Of course we do. Having trouble catching a red snapper lately. I don't want to fish for you. I mean, I kind of want to just talk with you, you know? We aren't going to see each other after today. I'd really like to talk to you and have an actual conversation. Let's see. Okay. Sometimes you hit a rock with a shovel. I don't need your tutorials! Fang, you are such a good guy. Just actually talk to me. Ta-da! You are the lucky winner of my shearling coat. Congrats! Okay. You do kind of look like a game show host with that suit on. Ha! Don't get too excited. I just needed to get rid of some stuff, so you're a pretty good option. And don't worry, I probably won't come back later asking you to pay for it. Gah! Oh, you are such a joker. Then again, if it was Croc, he'd probably be like, I wouldn't expect you to pay for it. As if, and then takes all my money that I have on me at the time. And wow, I really do have a lot of fruit around the town. Who knew I was such a slob? Had to clean out my pockets before coming back here. Sorry about that. And is Croc even in town today? It doesn't look like he is. Maybe he's up on Main Street. And you can see just how much all this bamboo overgrew. Oh my god. Like, I gotta be honest, I don't really like bamboo much. I mean, I have it overgrowing here, you know, in memory of Chester from when he used to live here. But still, it's just like, it grows everywhere. It's a little too much, honestly. I wish bamboo was a little bit more controllable, or a little bit more controlled, I should say, as in it doesn't just overgrow it everywhere. Seems like Cookie is home. We need to deliver a package to her. I still like how she built her house right in front of the dang bridge, just like Fang did. It's like they always go out of their way to put their house in the most inconvenient spots. Alright, Cookie, what do you got? Yeah, you came to see my house, Emil. Yeah, she's actually been trying to get me to see her house for a few days now. She's always like, hey, do you want to come over at like 4 p.m. today? But I'm always so bad at making those appointments that I always just tell them no because I know I'm going to forget and I know that they're going to get sad. Alright, there's things like, gosh, I was let her borrow it, but she just sent it back so it wraps so nicely. How about a little game? Guess what this thing is? If you do, I'll give you something super. Like I said, it's always clothing. Yeah, I know it's clothing because it always is clothing. Yep, it is. It's clothing. You're right, it was totally clothing. Here's your prize then, Arfer. It just gives it to me, okay. Didn't want it back that bad, apparently. I know it was just true, I'll give you the clothing gift. Thanks for taking the time to bring it back, okay. What exactly is that? An aquapulca tank. Interesting. Strange. Very fitting of you, Cookie. So we've been around the town, we have seen all the animals that seem to be walking around today. I really wish the animals just stayed in town and didn't go up to Main Street, because it is kind of a shame how you can't just talk to all of them so easily. But, I want to go over and see Isabel. We have not seen her in a while, last time being on Halloween. Even though it was last time I met up, though, still, for me, it's been a little while. Hi there, Isabel. You've been helping me a lot with all these public works projects, and I'd like to talk to you. Unfortunately, though, she is such a workaholic that she only ever seems to want to talk about work, so I guess we'll just hear about the citizen satisfaction, though. And, what does the committee have to say? Great Galloping Grasshopper's wife. I already give this town a rating. I'd say it's exemplary, old bean. Surveil says citizens feel Pallet is the best town ever! They never want to leave! We'll do our best to ensure that Pallet is always a clean, happy place to live. I'd love to do that, but I have places I need to be, unfortunately. How about we go ahead and sit in our mayor's chair for the very last time? Oh, Mayor, I just remembered. Townsfolk would like to hold a ceremony to celebrate completing the yield sign project. As considering you're the one who made all this possible, I want you to attend. What do you say? You betcha. So, what's she saying there? I decided to make the very last public works project a yield sign. And where did I put it, you may ask? Right next to the other one. Yep, there are 2 yield signs right next to each other, and they are right near Shari's house. Why did I do this? Well, if the yield sign was going to bring loads of tourism to Pallet, as we heard last time that we saw it, 2 of them got to bring twice as much tourism, you know? I got to think ahead about the town. I got to make sure they get lots of tourism. I got to make sure that, you know, that it's still a hopping place to be, even if I can't look after it anymore. And, yeah. Hooray for everyone. And here we go. Well said, Mayor. You have quite a way with words. Okay, moving on. Everybody, please locate that item we passed it earlier and get ready. And now, to celebrate the completion of the Public Works project, and all the hard work that made this possible. Ready, set, pop! That concludes our ceremony. Thanks everyone for all your hard work and for taking time out of your busy schedules to be here. Seems that Croc is indeed in town today. How about we talk to him? You know, I was determined to have a Wait, he wants to talk to me. He wants to talk to me. Yo, Muffin. Yeah, he calls me Muffin now. He picked that up from Molly. You said you wanted a denim jacket, didn't you? What? I never said that, Croc. What? Was I just totally wrong? Oh, well, whatever. I've got an idea. You just pretend you wanted this item and take it. Come on, it's cool. Don't be shy. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'm so glad you like it. Gah! Wow. We actually had a pretty positive interaction with the guy. Can I get a second one? Okay, let's talk with you. Oh, hey! Can I come hang out at your place today? Curious to know what kind of place you live in. As if. Just for that, nope. Sorry. Oh, I get it. I bet it's basically because you're a total mess now, yeah? Maybe I'll just come visit you some other time. Can't have two. No, I really should have just walked away and been happy with my one positive interaction. You know, Croc, this is why I stuck a do not enter sign in front of your house. I was really hoping to get some kind of reaction out of you about that, where you'd be near your house and talk about the public works project near it, but, Croc. Never, man. He is just never nice to me. He never, well, no, he was nice to me once. I'm glad to say that leaving this town, I can say that Croc has been nice to me once, but, that's pretty much all there is to do in the town that I wanted to see. So how about we go up to Main Street, because there's quite a lot of things to show up there. Here we are! Looks like Pongo has made a return. Don't you think this part of town is totally amazing? Snoof! She doesn't say snoofer, unfortunately, though, but hey. It's still kinda good to see the jerk again. Yeah, I'm out shopping. Can we talk with you? Having so many shops in the area almost feels like we're throwing parties all year long. I know what you mean, Pietro. It was not easy to get all of these things built here, but you know what? I'm glad I did it all. Speaking of things that I'm glad I did, how about we stop by the museum? I'm kind of hoping that we'll see some animals in here. I kind of want to go through all the exhibits. Now, I'm going to tell you straight up, I did not catch all the fish and all the bugs. I also did not complete the art gallery, but I still would like to show just kind of what it's looking like in its final state. Because, you know, well, I was gonna say all the tanks have at least one thing in them, though, but that one actually doesn't. Oh god, the giant isopod, that is so creepy. Ugh. If there was ever a terrifying creature of the sea, that is it. Not even sharks, giant isopods, man. You know, I wrangle sharks, though, and don't really think— Wait, Rocco, I just saw you. Wait, no, actually, no, I didn't see you. Hey, kid, you come here to see the fish, too? Well, good for you, and by the way, Roxy! So what's up? Well, you're really stylish today, I have to say, with that catchphrase. Coming here to see the fish swim helps me relax. I know what you mean. Aquariums really are a special thing. I always love those aquariums where you can just kind of like walk in those tunnels that would go through like a huge body of water. It's really nice. I don't know. I do like coming to the aquarium in Animal Crossing just because of that same thing. The music is also really nice. In fact, how about I be quiet and let you hear it for a little bit? I think that's about enough. I know that the museum music is the same, and it's just that it adds a little bit more into the background of it for each different section of the museum, though, but I still do like it. Speaking of things I like, you know, usually I'm more of a fisherman when it comes to Animal Crossing, but I don't know why. In this game, I'm more of a bug catcher. It's really strange, but, like, maybe it's just because there's so many different bugs and they're all caught and found in really unique ways, and Molly, you're here to see the bugs! I don't think ducks actually eat bugs. Checking out the arthropods, are you, Quackity? Oh, I see, you're very cultural. Want to chat? By the way, look out for that flea near you, Molly. Looking at the insects, too, they're fascinating to watch. It's like glimpsing into a whole other world. They really are. I like the bugs a lot. Speaking of bugs that people like, or actually, no, don't like, Tarantula and the Scorpion, they are just in here feuding still. I caught those months ago. They are still feuding every day to this day. You think one of them would have gotten poisoned and died by now, but nope, they just are still in there fighting. They have been fighting non-stop for, wow, like 6 months now. That's dedication, I gotta say. But here we are. That's all the bugs that I caught. On an earlier day, we already walked through the completed fossil exhibit, which was the only one that I completed, but I still would like to show off my works of art because I worked really hard on this. Like, I was, like, trading paintings with people and stuff, and while I didn't quite finish it, this is by far the closest I have ever gotten to finishing the artwork. I consider the artwork the toughest thing to 100% in the museum, and it's just— I don't know, I was gonna try to get all of them before the end, though, but there were just a few that I was unable to find between everybody that I knew, but I think I still did a pretty good job. There's only a few missing per room. And, you know, I think I actually have all the statues in this one. So, yeah, it's looking really nice and complete. Actually, no, I'm missing one statue. Dang it. I was hoping I had that completed. As you might recall, in the upstairs of the museum, I rented out some exhibit space. And I said that I would put all the noteworthy things that we saw on our, not really journey, but in our time here into this room. So we have the shovel, the very first tool I ever obtained. I think it's deserving to be under the glass. The shirt I came to Paladin, our first mushroom item, our first fortune cookie item, the traffic cone, I'm sure you remember the story on that, this DLC item, this hilariously morbid casket. It's empty because it's just a display piece. That is not empty, good sir. We have the cornucopia here. What else do we have? Tingle hoodie from when I visited Andrew Arcade. I'm really glad that he's back to updating his channel, by the way. He's been gone for a while, but he's back now. We have the King's Beard, the Super Toilet. Who could forget that thing? That is just downright silly. I believe this was our first gyroid. John! Oh my god, it's like Khan, but John. We have our original fishing rod here. Don't need it anymore because I have the silver one. Our fishing trophy from when we won our fishing tourney. Our original watering can. Don't need it anymore as I have both the silver one and the gold one. This balloon hat, which I believe was our first balloon item. This beard that I wore for a while around Christmas time. I don't know, I just kind of liked it. The items I got for my birthday. A complete Samus costume, that's awesome. Just a plain mannequin. I wanted to get all of them, and so I did. Fourth one is in my house. Silver can, which I don't need anymore. The silver slingshot, which I didn't need anymore. The regular slingshot, which I didn't need anymore. By the way, I like how I got the golden slingshot before the silver one. That really does happen a lot to me in any Animal Crossing game. There's the net that I don't need anymore. There's the golden can, which I decided to put it in here because I have a beautiful town, so I never need to water the flowers. Plus, honestly, I do kind of like the silver one a little bit more because it doesn't take so long to water stuff because you have that long animation for the golden one. And then here we have the silver shovel, which I also don't need anymore because I have the golden one. These are all the memories that we made in Pallet, all the really major days that we had here, really major things that we accomplished, all in that room. All done there. I don't want to go into every shop on Main Street because I wasn't really too close to all of these animals, nor did I really get to know them much, but one place that I think we should definitely stop by is the Able Sisters. The Ables are always my favorite characters out of all the shopkeepers. I know that Tommy and Timmy are adorable, I know that Kix has like his own little story, but the Able Sisters are always just the best. I like the overarching plot that you have over all the Animal Crossing games, and honestly, the video telling Sable's story was probably my favorite video to make in this series. Though it was really tough, I'm still really glad that you guys liked it, and it was really, really just a fun video to work on, I have to say, and it was my favorite to put together. Because, you know, people that started playing this game right here might not have even known about it. Because, you know, they don't really go into detail about it. I don't really want to sew anything. Teehee, what might you be shopping for today? If you're looking to do some clothes shopping, just let me know. You know what? I will buy a keepsake for the road. This flame shirt right here is awesome. I think Sable did a really good job on this rock and roll piece. I'll take it. I don't really want to wear it around, but, you know, I will need clothes where I'm going. And with that done, we haven't really been to the TNT Emporium, so how about we go there? There is a sale sign outside. Gracie Grace is holding a sale on the top floor, so I would like to go into detail about what exactly that is. And you know what? It has been a long time since we have done the daily fortune, so you know what? We are going to grab these for a modest 2 play coins. On our last day in Pallet, the fortune reads, sometimes a sword is just a sword, and sometimes it's a pretty girl. Truer words have never been spoken, even though I have no clue what it means. Let's go upstairs. Stinky! Wasn't expecting to see you here, buddy. Yeah, I didn't think I would see you at all. Hey, Emil, have you lost some weight? Actually, I have, yeah. I gained a lot of weight when I was... Don't you want to beef up instead, you know, like me? Thanks. Actually quite proud of the fact that I've lost a few pounds, because I gained like 9 pounds from my infection. But we have harvest items here. There will be harvest items here throughout the month of November. We already went over this last November. No need to really go over it in great detail, because I already did complete the harvest series one time. And if we go up to the top floor, you can see that the card series and the sweet series are for sale during this sale. There are new items that are coming in just because it's transitioning over to winter. It is the end of, you know, getting to the end of autumn. So, yeah, this is looking pretty nice. I don't really need to pick up anything here. Not really like I'll be able to take tons of furniture with me. So that does it for the Nookling store. And we're back outside. Now, speaking of the Nooklings, I think it is just right that we see the man who gave us our start here. Good old Tom Nook. May you and Sable amend things someday. How do you like your current living arrangements? I'm always here for exterior renovation consultation. Renovation consultation, I like that. Don't see anything here that I want though, but Talk to Lyle. Welcome. Happy Home Academy at your service. You, me, us, homes, happiness. That's the deal. Sport. Let's talk challenges. You want them? We got them. Right here we have interior and exterior VIP challenges. You, Mr. Reveal. Current theme is set to fairy tale style. Got it? So, talk to me. What you need? Yes, this is something special. After you have maxed out the size of your house, you will gain the ability to do VIP challenges, where the themes of items will actually come into play, fairy tale, rock and roll, all those things. And you can try to theme your entire house inside and out after said themes. So, let's go ahead and see what our results are. When you get certain scores in these themes, when you get these themes right, you are able to get insanely higher scores than what you normally can. And should you get your scores up to a certain point, you can get golden home exteriors. That is indeed what I have. Because I did the fairy tale and I have, the princess series, I have a score of 323,200 points. It could be a little higher. Don't get me wrong, that is definitely not the highest that it could be. But I am still really, really pleased with that, because that is a lot of friggin' points, and I was able to unlock the golden home exterior, at least the golden roof. There are other golden pieces, but I just kind of think that having a pure gold house is kind of tacky. I don't know. Anyway, so Lyle is just jabbering on here. We're just kind of zoning out at him talking at this point. But yeah, it's just, Lyle, I like you, but you talk too much. Plus, your character flaw is all in the name. All right, so next up, I want to go to the post office. There are some letters that I want to drop off. It's been a while since I've written any letters to my animals, but I felt like today was the perfect day to do so. Let's go ahead and send some mail. There we go. We have sent off our mail. That is, well, not the last thing I wanted to do on Main Street, but it was something I definitely wanted to do. Now, how about we go to the Dream Suite? It's been a long time since I've synced the Dream to this town, mainly because I wanted to keep some of the things I was working on a surprise, and people would have seen them in the Dream Suite had I been updating it daily like I was. So how about we go over to the chair and sync the town for the final time? We'll make all the designs free should you want to take any design spawned from Palette over its entire run. Let's get everything ready to go. If you wish to visit the town in its final state, the new Dream address is what you see on screen right now. Feel free to visit anytime and you'll be able to see the town just as I'm leaving it. Hope it'll bring peace to many weary people. That was the intent of this series, after all. I just want to entertain, have a good time, share my enthusiasm of games. That does it, though. That's every animal in town. We talked to each one at least one time. We talked to all the special animals that work up on Main Street. And we even saw some old faces that have long since moved out of Palette, as well as remembered a lot of the things that we did together. Now, what is going to become of Palette now that the mayor is leaving? Well, I think there is no one more deserving than Isabelle to hold down the fort. She has always been an amazing secretary. Heck, she does a lot more of the work than I even ever did. And I think that I'm leaving it in very capable paws to have her just run it while I'm gone. On top of that, I'm not moving anything out of my house. I'm leaving my house as it is, because Isabelle just doesn't really seem to live here in Palette. She seems to commute into work every day, and it might be nice for her to have a home away from home. Could even be a vacation home. Heck, she likes working just that much. So, the house in this nice golden state is hers to keep. That's everything, though. We're back here at the town plaza, in front of the tree that we planted on that very first day. You can see just how much it's grown. You can see how much this town has grown as a whole. And that's it. We've said hello and goodbye to many friends. We've celebrated every festival around the calendar. We've done and seen everything there is to see here in Palette. And while there are some people that argue that this could technically go on forever, it would just become repetitive of me going in, talking to the same animals over and over again, having nothing really new to talk about. And I don't really want it to become that. From the start, I intended for it to go like this. I don't want to dawdle too much as my train is leaving soon. I'm moving back home today. But I want to thank every one of you. This would not have been anything without you. So many of the best things that came of the series were your ideas, your suggestions, your creations, everything. And while this is different from so many other things on the channel, I think it was different in a good way, and I'm very glad I did it even though it was a lot of hard work. Building up this town was like nothing else I've ever done. And how about we say goodbye to it all by sitting down on this tree, reminiscing on the history of Palette, and saying goodbye to those animals that made this journey with us. Thank you.